بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم والحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على سيدنا محمد وآله وصحبه أجمعين. Welcome dear students to a new lesson in Malik Idris Sanusi School in Istanbul, 10th grade. So I think we have already started with unit 7. بدأنا بالباب السادس. I think so. We have already finished with unit 6, I think so. And I told you to read some of the texts. Last time we talked about meeting some scientists, as we said, meeting some scientists. We talked about the meteorologist. We talked about the geologist, the aerospace engineer, marine biologist, and forester. Did we read these? I think we read these and we matched them to each one. Now we will read this text. We will read this text and we will try to extract نستخرج some of the difficult words. طبعا هل الصوت واضح هكذا؟ هل الصوت واضح هكذا؟ اللي مش واضح الصوت عنده يا ريت يخبرني. نعم إذا فقط اللي مش واضح الصوت عنده يا ريت يبعت لي مسج. اللي مش واضح الصوت عنده فقط يبعت لي مسج. هل الصوت واضح بالنسبة للجميع؟ طبعا ألاحظ أن اليوم يوجد بعض الغياب. هلا تفقد النهض بعد شوية. أرجو إرسال رسالة بكلمة موجود أو موجودة على الشات، وإذا كان الصوت مش واضح عندك أرسل رسالة. So we were saying that لا تنسى ترسل رسالة على الشات بكلمة موجود أو موجودة. So we were saying كما كنا نقول last time we talked about some careers, some jobs, and we matched each job or career with the definition or what he does or what he or she does. And we said that these careers, they might seem strange, but they are not. There are so many different jobs in the world. You don't have to be only a teacher or a doctor or an engineer. There are many other jobs. All right. So today I told you to read this at home. We will try to read it and we will try, as we said, to extract some of the difficult words. Extract some of the difficult words. Extract نستخرج. So we will try to extract. Let me write this word for you. We will try to extract some of the difficult words and write them down. So the first word we are going to deal with is, just a second please. Yeah. So the first word is we are going to deal with is extract. Sorry. Extract means take out. يستخرج. Take out from. خلينا نقول. يستخرج. All right. So as you can see, the title of our lesson is winds. Wind is the plural of winds is the plural of winds, which is the strong movement of air. As you can see, I'm speaking as little Arabic as I can, So wind is the movement of air, wind. If you don't understand the word in English, ask me and I will explain it in Arabic. I will try to avoid explaining in Arabic as much as I can. So, winds. Science today. We can't see it, but we can feel it. We are talking about the wind. Remember, we're talking about the wind. We can't see it, but we can feel it. Sometimes the wind is gentle, soft, weak. Sometimes the wind is gentle and make us feel cool on a hot day. So sometimes the wind is gentle, soft, make us feel cool on a hot day. It can be used to generate. Look at this word, generate, to produce, to give. Wind, wind. So it can be used to generate as little Arabic as we can have. تساوي equals produce, give, to generate electricity. Sometimes it is so strong it can damage trees and buildings. Damage. Damage means hurt or destroy. So it can damage, destroy. Wind is connected to changes in the temperature of the air. Connected to. Connected, I think, connected, let's see. Is it a difficult word? We will write it anyway. Connected, attached. That's even a more difficult word, I guess. Attached, meaning linked. Connected, attached, linked. So the wind is connected to changes in the temperature. How can we explain temperature? Yes, let's see. Yes, in English, what can we say? Temperature is it cold or hot? It's not الضغط الجوي يا معتز, no. Is it cold or hot? So, cold or hot, this is the temperature. I'm not gonna say it in Arabic. Okay, tamam. I'm not gonna say it in Arabic. So, exactly, accent methods. All right, so wind is connected to changes in the temperature of the air. If the air is warm, it expands and rises. This leaves an area of low pressure near the earth. If the air is cold, it contracts. Now, before we get started, move on, pressure, I think we will explain this one in Arabic. Pressure, this one is a little bit difficult to explain in English. Yes, that's ضغط. Now, we can explain it in English, but it will take a longer space. So pressure near the earth, if the air is cold, it contracts and sinks towards the earth. Contract becomes smaller. So I'll explain it to you in a minute, but I'll try to explain it in English. This is the idea. I know the text is a little bit difficult, so we are going to try to explain it in English. So uh, if the air is cold, it contracts and sinks, يعني gets down towards the earth. This creates an area of high pressure near the earth. Wind happens when air moves from area of high pressure to area of low pressure. If there is a big difference between the high and low pressures, the winds are very strong. Let's see how wind happens. Look here. I will try to explain in English. I'm not gonna say them in Arabic. So let's say we have two areas, area number 1 and area number 2. If this area is very cold, if this area is very cold, if this area is very cold, come on, then it has high pressure. Then it has high pressure. It has high pressure. If the area is hot, it has low pressure. What happens? This is very cold and very high pressure. Sorry. This is very cold and very high pressure. تماما أيوب. What happens? The air moves from the high pressure to the low pressure. And this is the wind. And this is the wind. You see, I'll try to explain it in English as much as I can. If you want, I can give you a hint in Arabic. إذا الهواء برد بيتقلص بينزل للأسفل فبيكون منطقة ضغط مرتفع. ماذا يحدث؟ يحدث إنه the contracting towards the earth, this creates area of high pressure. wind happens when air moves from area. فإذا صار عندي high pressure ضغط عالي، شنو راح يصير؟ راح ينتقل الهواء للمنطقة اللي فيها ضغط منخفض، وهذا اللي بيشكل the wind. This forms the wind. When there is too much air here and not much air here, it goes back. So, if there is a big difference between the two things, we have very strong winds. You got the idea of the wind, how it happens? Low pressure moves to high pressure. See, there are global winds. As I said, I'm talking as little as I can in Arabic. There are global winds, winds that blow. Global يعني, let's write it first. So global means worldwide, all over the world, all the world, global. There are global winds, winds that blow all over the world. The sun heats, gives heat, gives warmth. Some parts of the world more than others and creates areas of high and low pressure. مثل ما شفنا بالمقطع اللي قبله, as we have seen. Trade winds, this is the name of some winds. Trade winds are an example of global winds. And we said the global winds is worldwide winds. Because in the past, subtropics to the equator, this is a little bit difficult to explain, so I'll explain these two words in Arabic. Subtropics, شبه استوائي, شبه مداري. Equator, خط الاستواء. Equator, خط الاستواء. They are called trade winds because in the past, sailors, a sailor, a person who travels or let's say moves in a ship, sailor, works on a ship. A sailor, a person who works on a ship. Let's write that. Sailor, a person who works on a ship. So sailors use these to move their sailboats, ships يعني, when they wanted to trade, تجارة. Sailors use these. So that's why they are called trade winds. Now, so we have global winds. Now in D, we will have local winds. Local opposite to global. يعني only in one area. Only in one area. Only in one place. Local. Only in one place. Some winds are local in one place, in one area. Let's say if the wind is coming from Libya to, let's say, Italy. This is global. If the wind is inside Libya, this is local. Some winds are local winds. They blow, and we said blow, the wind blows, the wind moves. They blow. تهب يعني in Arabic. They blow in a certain area of the world. As we said, for example, if we say only inside Libya or only inside Tripoli, this is local, not global. And an example of this local a local wind is shamal, the رياح الشمال, which blows in the Arabian Gulf. If it blows in the summer only, especially in the afternoon, and decrease لنا gets less, تصبح أقل. At night, the wind blows from the northeast and can cause sandstorm. Make sandstorm, a storm with sand in it or with earth, dust in it. Let's write these words and move on to the last one. So we have, where is it? What do we have on this paragraph? We said local, so the opposite of global, worldwide. Local is in a certain area. And we said the wind blows, especially the wind. So especially the wind, so it moves from one place to another. Moves from one place to another. Do we have anything else? No, I think this is it. So, decrease. Decrease means to become less. To become less. All right. Paragraph E, the last paragraph. In some parts of the world, dangerous storms called, now look, now dangerous storms called hurricanes. A hurricane, let's explain it here. Storm. Hello, we have, look, we have wind. Wind can be soft, can be gentle, and can be strong. The next degree, we have a storm. Very strong wind. The next step, we have a hurricane. A hurricane is the strongest wind ever. A hurricane is the strongest wind ever. So this can be strong or gentle, let's say. This is very strong. A storm is very strong wind. A hurricane is extremely extremely strong. Extremely strong wind. A very strong storm. This is a hurricane, إعصار. Happen at the end of summer. If the air above the sea is very warm, the air pressure falls very rapidly, fastly over the warm sea, and a hurricane forms. The wind increase. شفنا نحن decrease قلنا gets to become less. Increase to become more. To become more. So the wind increases. Where is it? The air above the sea is warm. The air pressure falls very rapidly over the warm sea, and the hurricane forms. The wind increases in speed, and they can cause terrible damage to people and buildings when they pass over land. Meteorologists, and we said meteorologists are people who deal with weather, use satellites to try to predict. Let's write this word. Predict is to tell the future. So they try to predict when a hurricane will form and where it will go, and they can warn people to live in the area. طبعا as you can see, we did this experiment, أجرينا هاي التجربة, and we tried not to speak in Arabic. We tried not to speak in Arabic as little as we can. I think it went well. do you have any questions? طبعا I think our time is up, so do you have any questions about the text? Next time inshallah we will deal with this rule. هلا شو المطلوب منك؟ انتهى وقتنا نحن، بس المطلوب منك to write these words and memorize them. Write these words and memorize them. Take a screenshot of this. خد مقطع screenshot لهدول. Write them and memorize them. واحفظهم. هذا المطلوب منك فقط. Alright. So I think we are done with the lesson. We should anyway إذا كان في شيء نكمل الدرس الماضي، لأنه تخطينا أساسا وقت الدرس، فنحن نوقف درسنا هون الآن. شكرا لكم ويعطيكم العافية، وآخر دعوانا الحمد لله رب العالمين.